All right, welcome in, and thank you so much for deciding to work with us at Not Rocket Science Trivia. My name is Alex. I am the owner, I am the founder of Not Rocket Science Trivia, and if you're seeing this video, that means you've signed up to be part of our licensing program. Now, the difference between licensing and everything else is in a lot of places around the country, we have hosts that are our employees that go in and do the games for us. And in other places, people will decide because it gives them a little bit more control, a little bit more flexibility as to when they want to do the games. They will run the games in-house, but they will use our games, they will use our systems, they'll use our marketing platform and all of that, so that way they can do the games like this. That's our licensing program, and that's what you're seeing. So, if you're the one watching this, I'm assuming you're probably going to be the one hosting the game. So this is our series of videos that we send out to our hosts to train them to run the game from scratch. You don't need to know anything about our trivia nights going into this, and by the time you finish these videos, you'll know exactly how to run the game the way we do, and I'm also going to attach a document that has a script written out for you that you can use as well. Eventually, you won't need to use the script anymore because you'll get used to it, you'll get in the flow, you'll be able to use your own personality in it, but it's always there as a crutch for you as we go along. Now, what I'm also going to email to you is a couple different documents of papers. The first paper is going to look like this. This is our trivia worksheet. Essentially, what this paper does is it's one sheet of paper. It gives you the rundown of how the game's going to go. So you can see by looking at that it's an 8-round long game, and then we have one question at the end that we call the final countdown. As we go through these series of videos, I'll go more in depth into each round and how it works, but this gives you a good overview. It's 8 rounds, 3 questions per round, with the exception of round 4. Again, I'll talk more about it whenever we get there. And with this paper, what you'll do is you'll print some out, and then every team that comes to play, and a team is a table of people. So you've got 4 or 5 people at a table, they are a team. If you want to set a cap on how many people can be on a team, you can. Or if you want to have teams as big as 10 as 12 people, totally fine too. It's all up to you. But you'll print out those papers, and every single team will get one of those. And then I'm also sending you another paper, and it's going to look like this. These are the cards. They come as one sheet of paper, and there's 8 cards per paper. Again, you'll print these out and then just cut them up into the 8 different sections. And what I will do is I will take those 8 different sections after I cut them up, and I will put them in stacks of 11. So normally I'll stack a few pages on top of each other, cut them all out at once, so that way they're already in a nice little stack of 11 for me. And then each team, along with getting one of those big sheets of paper that I just showed you, will also get a stack of 11 cards. And the reason the stack is of 11 cards is because that's how many cards they will turn into you throughout the game. So a second ago, I just explained that the game is 8 rounds long, 3 questions per round. So what you'll do is in round 1, you'll give all 3 questions from that round, and then the people will write all 3 of their answers on one of those little cards, and they will bring it up to you so that way you can score it. And we have a software that helps you keep score and all of that too. We've got you covered all there. So you'll print out those 2 different types of paper, and that is how you'll get started by giving those to the players. And of course, you'll have pins for them and whatnot too. After that, you'll hear in these videos where I'm going to reference some music. And in the videos, I also cue up some music at different points in time. I understand that different bars have different setups. The way we like to do it to time the rounds is by I will give you all 3 questions, and then you'll play one full song, and the players have until the end of that song to bring you up their card with all 3 of those answers. But I understand some bars are different. Some places you might just want to take down the in-house music while you give the questions, and then you can just cue it right back up and give the players, say, 5 minutes or so to bring you their answers. It doesn't have to be as strict as one song every single time. That's the way we do it, but you can be a little flexible with it because you're running it in-house. I just wanted you to know that as you go through these videos and you hear me reference, all right, you'll play a song, and they'll have till the end of that song to bring you the answers. Next, the most important thing you can do in these games comes at halftime. So at halftime, and I'll mention this again later, you will give the players a few songs, 10, 15 minutes, whatever, just to chill, hang out with their tables, get some drinks, go to the bathroom, do whatever. But what we do is we offer them bonus points at halftime, usually 3 bonus points, in exchange for bringing us up one of those little cards with their email address on it. And then what you'll do with those email address is after the game, you can type them up and just email them to me at triviamanage@gmail.com. And what that does is it allows us to get those emails into our marketing system so we can market for you guys your game next week. Our email marketing campaigns are 10 times more effective than any social media campaigns, so that's why it's so important. You get those emails, you send them to us, and our marketing team takes it from there so we can build a bigger and bigger crowd for you every single week. Again, the emails at halftime, I can't say it enough. They are the most important thing for us helping you to build a really big and fun audience at your trivia nights. Common question is, when will you get the game? You'll get the game at 8 a.m. the day before the game you're hosting. So, for example, if your bar is doing trivia at Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, then that game should be in your inbox no later than 8 a.m. on Tuesday. So you'll have way more than 24 hours to look over the game if you want to, check it out, do whatever you need to do. You'll have it plenty of time in advance so that way you can get it rolling and you can host the trivia game. And last thing, you're going to watch these videos. You're going to have the script that I'm going to send you. You're going to have games. You're going to have our software for keeping score. You're going to have all of that. But I understand sometimes you still have questions. If you still have questions, that's totally fine. Feel free to shoot me an email or a text. You should have all of that information by now. And we can set up either a phone call or a Zoom meeting, and I can walk you through exactly what you need to know. I can answer any questions that you might have, so that way you can get up, you can get rolling, and feel confident on your first night of hosting trivia. All right, this is your intro video. Coming up next, you've got all the videos that I send to all the rest of our hosts, whether they're doing the licensing program or whether they're hosting directly for us. You're going to get that so you get the same training and you'll know exactly what to do.